Just around the corner from the metropolis of Miami in southern Florida lies a vast stretch of incredibly unique wilderness, a wilderness that is like no other in the world. Welcome to the Everglades. The Everglades is a huge park and takes up nearly all of the southern tip of Florida. It covers about 1.5 million acres. During this trip, we'll see lots of alligators, bald cypress trees, tall pine trees, a river of grass, and plenty of incredible birds. During this visit, we are going to cover the three major accessible areas of the park: the Flamingo area, Shark Valley, and the 10,000 Islands. We have some great recommendations for you so that you can get the most out of your trip to this region. After all, at Adventure Crew, we do your trip homework for you. Our journey begins on the north side of the park at Shark Valley. If you do anything during your trip to the Everglades, take a Shark Valley tram tour. This is a 15-mile road which you can walk, bicycle, or most popular, take a tram. Make sure you make it to Shark Valley no later than 3 p.m., otherwise you're going to miss the last tram of the day. I guarantee you'll see more incredible wildlife here than anywhere else in the park. During the tour, your guide will tell you all about each animal and how they each have their own unique way of surviving. While exploring the Shark Valley area, you may consider staying at the Miccosukee Resort right on Tamiami Trail. They have great rooms and a casino. There's plenty of hiking trails in Everglades National Park, but there's also plenty of alligators. Don't take any chances. If you see an alligator, just keep your distance. We're here in Everglades City, known as the gateway to the west part of the Everglades. There's plenty of things to do here, including boat tours and canoeing. Bird and wildlife watching is known to be some of the best around. Everglades City is a popular stop for motorcycle riders. There are several places to eat here in town, but as far as accommodations go, we preferred Marco Island. Over at the Homestead entrance, you'll find a 36-mile drive that will take you all the way to Florida Bay. Along the way, you'll find plenty of great stop-offs to view a huge diversity of plant life. But if you're looking for wildlife, then Shark Valley is the place to go. Out here on these overlooks, you can see for miles. That's because this land is extremely flat. For as far as the eye can see is probably only an elevation gain of a couple of inches. In the Everglades, alligators are everywhere, but you don't get a chance to see crocodiles too often. At the Flamingo Visitor Center, we were lucky enough to spot a few. When you see a crocodile, chances are you will know it. Alligators have a broad snout and they are everywhere, while crocodiles are an olive brown and have a narrow snout. You don't see these guys too often, but they can sure draw a crowd. Now down here at Flamingo, there's no restaurant, but there is a small store and a place to get gas. As always in any national park, you should always come prepared with plenty of gas, but in case of emergency, they do have it available down here. They've also got boat rentals, boat tours, and canoe rentals as well. We got an insider tip from Jan earlier that told us the best way to see wildlife in this area is to rent one of these motorboats, get out there in the 10,000 Island areas, in the Florida Bay, and see it for yourself.
I just came from Flamingo because I rented a boat this morning around 8 for 5 hours, which is a very nice thing to do because it gives you a taste of freedom, or it gives you a very good perspective on, I would say, the Everglades from the water, because of course when you're standing here you're always looking towards the water. But the boats give you a real sense of freedom, and I think I can recommend it to everybody who wants to have a few hours of real adventure.
If you're into camping, check out the Flamingo Campground. It's right off the water. There's plenty of sites here. They support tent and RVs. Here's your $100 question for the day. What color is this alligator? All alligators we see buying in the store, they're usually green. But the truth is, only Chinese alligators are green. The alligators you're going to find here in the Everglades, they're all black. Somehow this pond just seems out of place. Well, that's because it is. How in the world could a pond have gotten here in the Everglades? Well, the answer to that question is because of man. Just like all of the lakes in southern Florida, they're all man-made. Man built all these ponds because if you build a road directly on the swampland, you're going to be driving through water half the year. So it's very important to get the material out of these ponds and build up the surface so that you could drive on the road without getting wet. Creating a pond to build the road is a much better alternative than creating a canal alongside the road. It disrupts the environment much less. And if you happen to have a canoe or boat, it makes for great fun on the water. There are lots of places to do some backcountry canoeing. If you choose a spot like this, make sure you get a backcountry permit. This way, if you don't come back, someone will have a good idea of where you are. I don't know about you, but I don't think I would want to spend too many lost nights back there. While exploring the homestead entrance, stay in Homestead. This is a great area with lots of amenities and places to stay. You're also right on Highway 1, which will take you straight down to the Keys.
When in the Homestead area, you need to check out Gusto's awesome corn cakes. And they got their own brew. Let's check it out.
Everglades is an incredible park. There's nothing else like it on Earth. During our visit, we have shown you some of our favorite spots based on been there, done that experiences. This is the 5th time I have been here, and I'll be back. You can count on that. Be sure to check out our other videos about the Everglades. We have one that highlights Marco Island, which is a great resort area and another way to get into the 10,000 islands. We also have another video where we take you on an airboat tour of the River of Grass and the Big Cypress Preserve. It's an incredible way to see the area. Find the Everglades National Park page by going to www.adventure-crew.com/parks. Navigate to the east, then the Everglades, and click on the Videos button.